A federal judge in Washington state is blocking the Trump administration from allowing digital blueprints for 3D printed guns to be made public online. 19 states and the District of Columbia sought the injunction. The administration had agreed to allow a Texas company to publish an arsenal of firearm blueprints online. But the states argued releasing the designs threatens national security and abridges the state's abilities to pass and police gun laws. What was supposed to be a competition played on a virtual battlefield turned into a life and death struggle in the real world Sunday. In the end, 2 people plus the shooter were dead. Senior correspondent Rick Leventhal is live tonight in Jacksonville, Florida.
This was the moment a loser in a video game tournament opened fire on a room full of people in Jacksonville, Florida. The shooter, identified by police as 24-year-old David Katz of Baltimore, Maryland, was trying to qualify for the next round of the Madden 19 NFL football competition. But when he lost, he went outside and came back minutes later, killing 2 and wounding 10 others before turning a handgun on himself. Authorities say Katz's parents are cooperating with investigators searching his room in their Baltimore home, while the crime scene is cleared at the pizza restaurant and game bar where the shooting took place Sunday.
This is a very intense and active investigation even at this point, and the motive in this case still remains under investigation.
Chris McFarland was grazed in the head by a bullet.
There was a whole room full of people that were being shot at in a place where they were safe, where they felt safe. And, I think it's something that's going to affect me for a long time whenever I'm around a group of large people.
Florida Governor Rick Scott, who's running for Senate this fall, spoke after visiting with survivors.
The first thing people wanted to do is make it all political. I think what we need to be thinking about is we need to be thinking about each of these families.
But politics and policy are playing a role here with Florida's primary Tuesday. The 2 top Republican candidates vying for Scott's job canceled events in Jacksonville today. At least 3 of the 5 Democratic challengers held events here, including a press conference with anti-gun activists. Scott's November opponent, Florida Democratic Senator Bill Nelson, says laws need to change.
How many more of these are we going to take? Florida's had its fill. The Pulse nightclub, the Fort Lauderdale airport shooting, now this. Jacksonville has had its fill.
Late this afternoon, authorities revealed the suspect legally purchased 2 handguns from a licensed dealer in Baltimore earlier this month. He also bought a laser sight. He carried both weapons and extra ammo into the game bar, but only used one of them. We also learned that he was once hospitalized for psychiatric treatment during his parents' divorce. Brett?
Rick Leventhal live in Jacksonville. Rick, thank you. Authorities are blaming snarled communications for problems in responding to the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and Las Vegas officials say first responders were overwhelmed by more than 1,500 calls, including many false calls, during last fall's massacre at a country music concert in Las Vegas. That shooting killed 58 people and injured hundreds more. Up next, Iran takes the U.S. to court over sanctions and now claims it controls a key shipping channel. First, beyond our borders tonight, French President Emmanuel Macron is blaming the U.S. for what he calls a major crisis in multilateralism. Macron told French ambassadors in Paris President Trump seems to turn his back on common history. He's calling for trade discussions between the U.S., Europe, China, and Japan in Paris this November. A court in Moscow has sentenced opposition leader Alexei Navalny to a month in jail for an unsanctioned protest rally in Moscow. Navalny is President Vladimir Putin's most prominent rival. He has called for nationwide rallies in Russia in early September to protest government plans to raise the retirement age. Investigators working for the UN's top human rights body say Burma's military leaders should be prosecuted for genocide against Rohingya Muslims. The call amounts to some of the strongest language yet from UN officials who have denounced alleged human rights violations in Burma since a bloody crackdown began last August. Just some of the other stories beyond our borders tonight. We'll be right back.
Fries for 316, please. Thank you.
David?